An estimated 3 million people at the Pope's closing Mass of the recent World Youth Day at Rio de Janeiro. That's amazing, isn't it? The Pope was so well received. But did anyone seriously doubt that the Holy Father would not be welcomed by these young Catholics who made such efforts to get to Rio? The Pope taught so much during those days simply by his example, by visiting some of the poorest people in the world, visiting the sick and so on. And he challenged all, church leaders and political leaders as well as those gathered young people, to have that preferential option for the poor. The Pope reminds us that in a world that has so much, it is simply unjust that some have so little. Many of us find those efforts, however, to solve such global issues pretty challenging, for he is often tied up with political, social, and economic factors that are so very difficult to influence. But think how much the Pope has brought attention to these issues by his actions and his words in these few months. Indeed, if each of us takes just a bit of this message to heart, there are many people whose lives will be changed for the good. Pope Francis also spoke of living a valued-centered life. And there the press sometimes seems to have trouble understanding what he means. There are gospel values and moral principles that are not up to majority decisions or popular votes. Most people, let's face it, are tempted to follow the easy route, to go along with the crowd, or to take the route of pleasure over any kind of discipline. But we know there is so much sadness and pain, there are so many damaged lives from just such actions. Could we possibly want the Pope or any religious leader to stop short of challenging us to do our best? Many can't believe that one can lead a happy and joyful life and still be striving for holiness. But that is just the invitation of the Pope. That's what he was extending to us. And it's the invitation of the Lord as well. In a closing remark, Pope Francis said this: I am asking you to rebel against this culture that sees everything as temporary and that ultimately believes that you're incapable of responsibility. May the message of World Youth Day continue to be heard truly around the world. This is Father Donald at St. Clement Church in Rosedale, wishing you the Lord's peace.